All right, gang, it's been a long day. Quite frankly, it was a bit eye-opening for me. What I saw in ADEC was a company dedicated to improving dentistry, a company that is on the premium part of dentistry, but provides solutions for dentists. The company culture is absolutely phenomenal. Everybody here eats, breathes, and loves dentistry and takes absolute pride in what they do. The meticulous attention to detail in how they manufacture their components and their products, everything being on site and everything being here, complete vertical integration and control of everything was a sight to see. Seeing how they go through a testing process and some of the nuances of how like just the tubs and drawers and things are set up and really how they're designed around the everyday dentist and how everything comes together was quite interesting to see. And the setting couldn't have been more beautiful. Such a wonderful place to be at. And I think each of you that are looking to build that practice that's built around you and what you want and what your patient experience needs to be, you owe it to yourself when you're looking to renovate your office, you're looking to build a brand new office, when you're looking to make changes to your existing office. Because remember, every 8 to 12 years, you need to make a significant jump or change in your practice. You owe it to yourself to make a trip here, to see what they have to offer, to see how it fits within everything that you're doing, and to really experience the quality behind the product, how they stand behind it, and how each and every person in this place loves what they do. One of the most important things that I'm going to leave with is this pamphlet called the ADEC Way. Not trying to be sentimental or cheesy or any of those things, but really some of the things on here. Like number one, concern for people. People drive our practices. It should be the number one thing that we do. A commitment to productivity and quality. To be efficient and productive, but yet maintain quality. Encouraging creativity in our team members. Why would you not want to surround yourself with people that you want to encourage creativity with? Encouraging public service. Give back to that community that's made you successful. There's so much of what I saw here in their culture that just reminded me of what we're trying to create in our own practices, but I've never really sat down and wrote it out. I've never really seen it. I mean, seeing this booklet was very good for me. I'm gonna rip it off. I'm gonna copy it, quite frankly, and make it my own, of course. But you owe it to yourself when you're looking at equipment to make sure that you do due diligence and look at everything. And it's been a phenomenal trip here, and I hope you like some of the highlights. Welcome to beautiful Newburgh, Oregon, just outside of Portland. We're going to be visiting ADEC, Austin Dental Equipment Company. I had a breakfast this morning with our ADEC rep, Daniel Sargent, along with my distributor rep, Chuck McKee. Remember, my message is you got to take a look at everything for 8 to 12 years. Imagine if you went today to a hotel and they had a tube TV in there, or they didn't have a way to charge your phone. In the 80s and 90s, what percentage of dentists were doing molar endo or endo? What percentage of dentists were doing implants? What percentage of dentists were doing complex rehab?
Close to zero still.
Close to zero, correct? So our business model was built, so our equipment, rightfully so, was built around the prototypical 95% of dentists. Our practices can't be any different. Our practices have to maintain a certain standard and a certain level of modernness. So my job isn't to try to reach every dentist. My job is to reach those dentists that are what I call professionals. They're focused on putting themselves in a position to be successful. That doesn't mean that they're not good clinicians or they're the best clinicians. They're just focused and dedicated to being experts at their craft. Now let's take the modern day dentist. Whether it's the young dentist or my age dentist or even some of the progressive older ones. I can have one patient for 2 hours that I'll place an implant on, I'll do a root canal on, I'll do a crown on, and I'll do a crown with CAD/CAM technology, and I'll do a completely different procedure set. But my challenge to the premium players in the market is how do you adapt quick enough and be nimble to address the changing market needs. And my goal today is to show you the ADEC culture. I'm really big on trying to show you the premium products, why they're premium, get you to think differently, make educated choices. Your average customer that comes here, Daniel?
Yes, sir.
Are they building a whole office? Or are they doing a couple operatories? What are they doing?
Good question. It varies, right? And we used to have a little, at the inception of this trip, which has not been around very long.
5, 7 years?
No, a little longer than that. We started realizing, hey, you know what the differentiator in ADEC is? It's the culture, it's the manufacturing facility. We need to find a way to showcase that. So they started to put together this sort of idea of bringing folks from across the country here. Still being a privately held company that's owned by the Austins, and I don't know if you know that, ADEC is Austin Dental Equipment Company. But also the funny part of the history of Ken being a very brilliant engineer who only wanted to do things his way and consistently working for other people was like, no, that's a terrible idea. So he had to work for himself.
Yeah, but put up or shut up, right?
Even that wasn't enough because he would have never been able to handle sort of the interpersonal side of the business, right? So Joanne, people always say that Ken
his wife.
Yes. So Joanne, she was a very, very shrewd business person, but she also understood people. Good morning. I'm Daniel Sargent. I'm the North Carolina representative for ADEC, Austin Dental Equipment Company, based here in Newburgh, Oregon, where it is not currently raining, which is nice. And we are going to spend some time at the ADEC campus. We're going to look at our manufacturing facility. We're going to learn a little bit about the history of ADEC, why ADEC is based in Newburgh, Oregon, why we're here, and do a fair amount of idea sharing with Dr. Agarwal.
And we're going to take a look at everything. We're going to look at how things are built, the difference in their cost. We'll take a look at their more modern, sleek line of cabinetry. And we'll kind of have a good day and see what goes. Daniel's the boss today.
We're looking forward to a great time at ADEC. Dr. Agarwal's never been here. I'm excited to show him a little bit about the company, a little bit about our culture, and a little bit about what we do. So here we go.
You stuff in your pockets there? Well, these are really good.
Is that a
I
mint?
hate to tell you that.
I have a mint.
You may have a mint
perfect.
here.
Do you want a mint?
Mint would be perfect.
Right. I mean, we're talking what, 1970s?
And to your
64.
point earlier, this was the dental unit of the time, whether it was Ritter or SS
So
White.
this was before. This is after belt driven.
Yeah. So this is the very sort of inception of air-driven technology within the dental industry, and you can see Ken's design right here, the AVS system bolted onto the side.
How old is Ken today?
80.
Mid-80s. Still pretty active in the company.
Yes. This is the product that started ADEC.
That.
Right here, just
The
this,
attachment,
the
okay.
ABS. This is the product, and I'm pointing at this. This is a beautician's cart, but the dental cart is what launched ADEC. But this is
it.
This is where we start, and it's very important to showcase this on our way to seeing where we are now.
Ken and Joanne's philosophy in the very beginning was, look, if we take care of our employees, they're going to take care of us. They're going to build us good product. Our product's going to last in the field, and the people are going to want to buy it because we have a great product because of our great people. And that's been true today. You'll walk around, and I encourage you to talk to people, ask questions, and I know you will. But I hope that you see that the people that are here enjoy being here, enjoy working here, because Ken and Joanne went out of their way to take care of them. There's a gentleman who does tours for us frequently. He just retired this last summer after 35 years of working here at ADEC.
Wow.
His wife works
Still
here.
doing tours though.
He's still doing tours because
Saw
he
him on
loves ADEC.
Tuesday.
His wife still works.
He's like the Walmart greeter. Can't get rid of him.
A little bit better.
I'm totally telling Ken he said that.
Can I touch this?
Sure.
So this becomes syringes.
That becomes an air water syringe. That thing that's
Multiple air water syringes.
Multiple air water syringes.
Wait, what do you think this produces? 10?
Well, let's check it out. That was a really good guess.
Amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. Like we don't often see the stuff we're using. So this is like typically the whips would come off of here.
Yeah, this is what houses everything, and this technology is about 18 years old, but they still make it, right?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Coincidentally and unbeknownst to the U.S. government, they placed an order to replace those 2 rooms just before we were about to go live with the new product line. And we said, okay, full disclosure, if you wait just a second, I bet you we can put the very first 2 Inspire rooms in the White House. And they said,
So
oh,
this
absolutely.
is in the White House. So here what we're going to watch is a tubing test, the air test, to find out at what point the tubing will blow. So is it 80 pounds of pressure, 100 pounds of pressure, 200 pounds of pressure, and to make sure that the tubing will hold up to typical and even atypical scenarios in the office. So you did great. Did you get that?
Yep.
So the important part of that, again, is we got to remember that our tubing, a typical pressure that we'll get in an office of water, air, whatever it may be, is 80 to 100 psi. What we just saw there was this tubing was built to withstand up to 420 psi for a period of time before we would have a water burst and then a water problem in the office. It's pretty amazing. This is some of the plastic tubing and that didn't make it through the end of the line, and I guess they just let it run to make a...
It didn't make the jump to the water bath.
Yeah, so they just made some artwork out of it. We're getting ready to head into the ADEC, they call it furniture, I call it cabinetry, manufacturing, 12 o'clock side cabinets, sterilization centers, all of those things that, for me personally, that's what I'm mainly here to see. So I'm super excited to finally get to the parts that I've been looking forward to seeing now.
So we have IKEA, who I think, I'm pretty sure anybody would agree, makes fantastic stuff. It's durable, it's easy to put together, it lasts, the hardware holds. Just look at the difference between what we're talking about when we talk about engineered dental furniture versus something that doesn't belong in a dental office, or may not thrive in a dental office, I should say.
All right. So one of the things I'm seeing that I like is the ability from a restocking side, we can take our drawers color-coded, and then I can take it back to my central refill area. And you can come on back over here, Dave. And what we can see is now I can come in, I can restock, I can open drawers, and they can be color-coded to match everything that we're doing. So these are some of the ingenious functionality perspectives that are fantastic.
But this is called a make-ready component. It's a part of what we consider clean storage for sterilization.
So this is the left side of my sterilization room? Correct. Okay. Or the right, it depends how you look at it, but the clean side.
Coming from your office.
Yes.
Here we are at the end of the day now. It's definitely been a unique experience for me in my tenure at ADEC. It's one of the more memorable tours we've taken, and certainly one of the more memorable visits to ADEC. But as we sign off, I think my message would be, if you've never been to Oregon, if you've never come and experienced what Oregon has to offer, that's a big component of why we're here.
Hey guys, Chuck again. Here we are Thursday, I believe, in Oregon. It's been a great trip. ADEC continues to blow my mind with their culture, what they're doing to help everybody be better at what they do, and streamlining these operatories. It's just awesome. So great trip. I encourage everyone to take the trip to ADEC. It's phenomenal. What a great playground sandbox to see every combination of anything you can imagine.
But also, if you've never experienced ADEC and you would like to experience ADEC, I'm sure wherever you are in the world, we'd love to have you. Your ADEC TM would love to have you out here. We have a great culture, we make a great product, but ultimately we'd like to know how we can help dentistry and help the betterment of dentistry. So we're always here. Come visit if you'd like. And this is Daniel signing off. Wherever you are, see ya.
I'm in Seattle. Actually, from Seattle, I walked out a couple of mementos.
You did?
There were brochures and things. But from the ADEC factory, don't tell anybody there, but I stole a couple of things. I stole some orange tubing, and then I stole this is one of those baths that was used to clean up some of the metal that they milled out, and then the orange tubing. So I stole some of that. I don't know if you noticed that. A little memento.
A little memento. On to the airport.
Ah, the life.